All right. Well, I was muted for that, and I didn't realize. Well, not that I was muted. I didn't realize I didn't get the go live button. So these guys are out there qualifying. They got about 4 minutes left. So let's go through the intro again. Good evening, race fans, and welcome to the finale of the ATC iRacing League season. We've made it to Phoenix Raceway, where the desert sun sets on the championship with 125 laps around the legendary Dogleg, a place where restarts get wild, tempers flare, and titles are decided in inches. Coming into tonight, the championship fight is razor thin. Jordan Trask currently holds the lead, but Bryson Daffern is right on his bumper, just 7 points back with everything to play for. Lurking close behind, Mitchell Williams and Joshua Altice remain within striking distance, knowing that Phoenix has a way of rewriting the script when it matters the most. Behind them, the top 10 is stacked with drivers who can still play spoiler. Clean air, pit strategy, and survival through the dogleg could be the difference between glory and heartbreak. One mistake here doesn't just cost positions, it can cost a championship. So buckle up. We have 18 drivers, last I counted, taking the green, but only one will leave Phoenix as the championship. So, as they get qualified, looks like everybody might be qualified that was gonna qualify. So once they get that situated, we will go through. We can go through the points. We can go through all of this stuff once they get going. Yes, I have 18 trucks currently registered. Looks like 12 of them have qualified so far. Looks like we got one more out there qualifying right now. They are going through their pre-race introduction. An interesting little tidbit that was just kind of brought up. And we were talking about the points. So Jordan leads by 7 points to Bryson. Bryson is not here tonight. All right, everybody's qualified. They've been placed. So that's going to leave Mitchell Williams. He is 18 points behind. So what needs to happen for Mitchell to win the championship? Mitchell needs to win the race because there's only 18 here. I don't even know if that's enough points. So Mitchell needs to win the race, and Jordan needs to crash out in the beginning. And they may tie. I'm not exactly sure how they go about a breakdown for a tie, but that is what it is at the moment. There we see everybody is getting lined up. So we'll go through our starting lineup. Jordan Tross will be your pole sitter. Charles Van Schiek is going to be P2. Mitchell Williams is going to start P3. Outside him will be Abram Ghostin. Then you got Matthew Williams is going to be in 5th place tonight. Todd Parent is going to start 6th. Patrick Camburn will be starting 7th tonight. Justin Frazier will be starting in 8th. Dave Brzeski is going to start 9th. Brian Fulchetti is going to start in... Brian Fulchetti is going to start in 10th. Kurt Kryzak will be starting 11th. Brett Thompson will be starting in 12th place tonight. Sean Timoty will be starting in 13th. Tony McDaniels will be starting 14th. Thaddeus Friel will be in 15th. Garrett Stone will be starting 16th tonight. Zach Mullen will be 17th. And Richard Young will round out the field in 18th. And we're green already. I don't know if everybody was situated in that lineup, so we'll see how that works out for them. Looks like because that there was a couple people who got black flagged, and it also looks like one of those drivers that were registered is not racing, did not start up. So there is no way, unless there's bonus points, there is no way for Mitchell Williams to get enough points to beat Jordan. So at this point, no matter where Jordan finishes, he will win the championship for the league. Now that truck that just came out of the pits, that was the 48, I believe. 48 of Patrick Camburn. We'll see if he's going to cause some issues for these guys as they catch up to him. Right now, you got Mitchell Williams. He is going to take first at the moment. Jordan Tross in second. Charles Van Schiek is going to be third. Matthew Williams in fourth. Abram Ghostin fifth. Dave Brzeski sixth. Kurt Kryzak seventh. Justin Frazier will be eighth. Brian Fulchetti is ninth, and Todd Parent is going to round out your top 10. Jordan Tross has managed to get his spot back in the lead again. They're starting to break into single file and line their way up through the track. So in a moment we can, as they settle down, we can start walking our way through and look at each truck and see what their designs are. See if I have that camera tonight. Well, that is an interesting name. What is this one? Oh, the cactus cam. There we go. All right, so we got Jordan Tross in the lead. See if we can go through the lineup now that they're settled in a little bit. So you got Jordan Tross in the lead, followed by Mitchell Williams, right there in that 54. Then behind him, you got Charles Van Schaik. Shake? Maybe it's Shake. That's that truck right there, that 23 GOAT truck. Matthew Williams is going to be behind him in that 35. Abram Williams is right here in the 22 in that Ghost. The Ghost truck. Did I say Abram Ghostin? Did I say Abram Williams? I don't know. Anyways. Then you got Dave Brzezinski back here in the 92. The Pittsburgh Tools truck. Next to him, you got Justin Frazier in that 27. Looks like his paint scheme changed a little bit. He's got Christmas design tonight. Behind him, it looks like it must be a teammate. Brian Flechetti. At 51. Going back to 9th place, you got the 69 of Todd Parent. Running that little Debbie snack Christmas tree cake truck. Everybody's chasing after him. You got Kurt Kryzak. He's also running the blue he's running the 44. He's also running that blue paint scheme. You see him breaking loose there coming out of that corner. So you can see the tires are probably starting to get a little loose on these guys. You saw Tony McDaniel in that number 3 in the in and out truck getting around him after Kurt broke loose. They got Brett Thompson in the 045 right on there, and you got Zach Mullen. He's gonna be running that Rapala 49. You got Sean Timoty also running a festive truck, running that number 11. And you got Richard Young over here in 15th spot in that 022. You got Patrick Camburn over here in the 16th spot in that number 48, the Las Vegas truck. You got Thaddeus running that number 8. And that's the lineup. Meanwhile, up front, Jordan Tross has gotten back in front of Mitchell Williams. Here's your battle right now. You got 1, 2, and 3 right there. Jordan Tross, Mitchell Williams, Charles Van Schaik. Getting into some lap traffic there. We are currently 25 laps, quarter of the way there. So just doing kind of a points breakdown from the season. So Jordan Tross has the most wins so far. He's got 3. Bryson Daffern with 2. Joshua Altice with 2. You got Mitchell Williams, Keith Thomas, Justin Curtis, and Pete Smetana all have 1 win. So Bryson Dafford and Mitchell Williams both have 8 top 10s. Jordan Tross, Joshua Altice, Dave Brusecki, they're all at 7 top 10s. Brent Thompson, Jerry West, Justin Frazier, Abram Ghostin, Brent Thompson and Jerry West are tied at 6 top 10s. Justin Frazier, Abram Ghostin, Matthew Williams, Dustin German, they all have 5. Going with top 10s, you got Jordan Tross, Mitchell Williams, Joshua Altice. They all have 6 top 10s. Then you got Bryson Daffern and Matthew Williams with 5. Dustin German has 3 top 10s. Abram Ghostin, Jerry West, Patrick Camburn, Ron Holyfield, and Mr. Dyer all have 2 top 10s, or top 5s, I'm sorry. That's just kind of the points breakdown and how everybody's kind of falling where they're at. So some little facts of Phoenix Raceway. The total length is 1.022 miles. It is a low-banked tri-oval with the famous dog leg on the backstretch. Dog leg banking is at 10 to 11 degrees. Corner banking, turns 1 and 2 is about 9 degrees. 3 and 4 is at about 11. Front stretch banking is at 3 degrees. This track originally opened in 1964. It was originally called Phoenix International Speedway. Restarts can be chaotic here because of that dogleg shortcut. Drivers often gain 3 to 5 positions in one restart because of it. So Jordan Tross up here maintaining and gaining. He's up to about a 0.3 in front of Mitchell Williams. Mitchell Williams is about a 0.23 in front of Charles. Matthew Williams, he is currently about 0.3 behind Charles. Abram Ghostin, he's about a second and a half back. Then behind him, you got another second and a half to go to Dave Brusicki. Then it's a little closer. You got 0.3 going to Justin, a 0.3 going to Todd. You got a 1 second jump then to get to Brian. You got a 2.5 second jump to get to Tony McDaniels. You got another almost 5 second jump to get to Bretton Thompson. You got a 0.5 to go to Kurt. A 3-second jump to go to Zach. A 6-second jump to get to Sean. Another 1.5 and you're going to be on Patrick. And then you got guys that are lapped down. So you got Richard Young, he's back here. Currently 1 lap down, and you got Thaddeus, he's back here with 2 laps down, unfortunately. So, the battle is pretty much right here with these 3. Or 4, I mean, if you want to count Matthew. I mean, there's a gap between Charles and Matthew, but it's not a lot, and now Charles going to that outside. Matthew's going to kind of follow along. Matthew falling back and falling behind. Jordan Tross maintaining the lead. Charles is working his way up there, though. There's another lap traffic they're getting into, trying to dodge. That was 11 of Sean Timoty. Trying to get out of the way and unfortunately caught the wall, which really slowed him down. So you got Jordan, Charles, and Matthew with Mitchell right there in that grouping. Jordan trying to try a different line to try and break that gap. Charles is making his way, trying to hold on to that spot in P2 and trying to close that gap, and they're starting to make a push, but Jordan's got the momentum on that outside. It's going to hold him off. Charles is trying to work that inside again. Jordan's going to keep his momentum on the outside. few more times around, and Charles may be able to get in and around him. I'm interested. This appears to be Charles' first race with this league, from what I can tell. Over the season, there's been 61 different drivers to race in here at least one time, or at least log in. It looks like all of them at least counted for one race. So, yeah, 61 drivers have come in through this league so far this season. Jordan's still maintaining that outside. Not as much, but there is help. Not sure how much drafting actually is occurring right now, but oh, and there's a caution. We got Justin Frazier. Not sure what happens. Let's see what happened to them. Look to see what happened. Oh, he just went to that inside on that dog leg, and it just caused him to bounce goofy, and that was it. If you watch here, get in this next corner, he's going to drop down. But that little lip there just kind of gives him a bounce, throws him off, and into the wall he is. So that's going to end his night tonight, unfortunately. He was able to get it rolled up and out of the way, but still brought out the caution. His vehicle is toast for the night, so he will no longer be out there. All right, pace car is down. We're going to get this race started back up again. So this restart's going to be Matthew Williams, Mitchell Williams, Abram Ghostin, Dave Brusecki, Brian Fulchetti, Todd Parent, Tony McDaniel, Brent Thompson, Kurt Krychek, and Charles Van Schaik is going to be your top 10 on that restart. So Charles and Jordan, your prior 1 and 2 are now sitting Charles at 10 and Jordan is at 12. So they got some work to do to get caught back up. We are currently 157 laps in. All right, Matthew Williams currently holding on to the lead still with Mitchell Williams right behind him. Brian Fulchetti, oh my goodness. Brian Fulchetti is in third. Abram Ghostin in fourth. Dave Brusecki is fifth. Charles in sixth. Patrick in seventh. Jordan Tross is eighth. Tony McDaniel is ninth. And Todd Parent is going to be your top 10. We're now 67 laps in. We got Matthew Williams in the lead, Mitchell Williams in second, Brian Fulchetti is in third. So you got Matthew Williams out front, Mitchell Williams in second with a 54, Brian Fulchetti in that 51, Charles Van Shake currently around fourth. Abram Gaston is in fifth. Looking through the pack right now, it looks like this is actually your tightest battle right now. This is your battle for 10th. Battle for 9th, actually. You got the 3 of Tony McDaniels, battle in the 69 of Todd Parent. And we got another caution. See if we can't see what happened there. Oh, the 49 spinning out. Rewind back. We'll see if he did kind of the same thing as we saw earlier. Yep, just got to the inside paints. The tires lost it and went sideways and into the wall. Not a terrible hard hit, but enough to give him some damage. All right, on this restart, you're going to have Matthew Williams in first, Mitchell Williams in second, Brian Fulchetti in third, Charles Von Shake is going to be in fourth, Abram Ghostin will be fifth, Patrick Camburn will be in sixth, Todd Parent will be seventh, Tony McDaniel will be eighth, Kurt Kryzak will be in ninth, and Brett Thompson will round out your top 10. Jordan Tross will be starting in 11th on this restart. Dave Bersecki will be in 12th. Sean Timoty in 13th. Thaddeus Friel will be 14th. Richard Young will be 15th. Zach Mullen will be 16th. All right, we're going to get ready to go green here. Green, green, green. We see Matthew getting that nice jump on that restart there. Matthew Williams is going to maintain the lead. Mitchell Williams is going to stay second. Jordan Tross is in third. Brian Fulchetti is in fourth. Patrick Camburn in fifth. Dave Bersecki will be sixth. Charles Van Schaik is in seventh. Abram Ghostin in eighth. Tony McDaniels ninth. And Todd Parent will round out your top 10. And just like that, Jordan Traas has managed to move his way back up into the front. Looks like he may have gone in on that last caution, got some tires. Because I see he's only got 10 laps on his tires, while Matthew and Mitchell have 31. Well, it's only about 20 laps. That 20 laps makes a huge difference. Van Schoik? That's how you say that? I was not even anywhere near close if that's how you say that. So Dave Bersecki able to get up and get around because he also has about the same amount of tire wear on his as Jordan does. So that's why they were able to get around Matthew and Mitchell. But Jordan Traas currently in the lead, Dave Bersecki in second, Matthew Williams in third, Mitchell Williams will be fourth, Patrick Camburn is going to be fifth. That's going to round out your top five. Looking through here, trying to find some battles. It looks like, I mean, your main battle is actually right here for first place. You got Jordan and David battling for first right there. That's your closest battle. And your next closest battle is going to be probably Mitchell and Matthew battling right behind them. So, well, I take that back. Charles is back here. He's getting ready to work his way around, trying to push. But Brian getting a little loose from that. And work around some lap traffic there. So these two are they've managed to get between Dave and Matthew. There's about a 2-second gap between those two. So you got a 0.2 between David and Jordan, and you got about a 0.2 between Matthew and Mitchell. And you got about a 0.15. Never mind, that just jumped to a 2. He's going to tag the wall on that time around. That's not going to help him much. He's trying to get around and get some spots, but the wall tends to slow you down. Every once in a while you get lucky, you tag the wall and it makes it just slightly more aerodynamic, but that is so rare. We've got 100 laps in. We've got 25 left to go. Most of the drivers will have to go in and pit one more time. So you got this battle here for first. That's your closest battle. Your second battle is going to be back here for 11th. And then pretty much everybody else is spaced out at a 0.3. So then you got your next spot here is that 0.3 I was just talking about. Between Matthew and Mitchell. And that's a 0.35 now. So you got about a 0.2 and you got a 0.1. Well, that's up to a 0.2 now also. Been watching these two. They've been battling for quite a few laps here now. All right, with that crossing the line there, we've got 20 laps to go. And Jordan and David should have enough to be able to hold out and make it to the end. The rest of the crew, they're all probably going to have to go in and pit. Now, whether or not they're hoping for another caution or not, that I do not know. But and then also, again, at this point, Jordan will be your season's points leader or points winner. So you'll be your season champion. Got some battling going on right here. This right now is your battle for 10th. You have the 44 of Kurt Kryzak, the 69 of Todd Parent, and the 045 of Brett Thompson. Each one of these guys taking a slightly different line. There's C69 of Todd Parent hitting that wall again. Then back up here, this is now again your closest battle. You got Dave battling Jordan for first. We got 14 laps to go. And Jordan hold off Dave? Or will Dave get around and get first? We will have to just wait and see. Wait and see how this plays out. Like I say, I'm pretty sure at some point these guys, the rest of the guys are gonna have to probably come in and get some fuel maybe. Maybe not. Maybe they can make it. Jordan has managed to break away, and he's now up to a 0.5 gap in front of David. We got, where are we at? We got 10 laps to go. So your current layout is Jordan Tross in first, Dave Bersecki in second, Matthew Williams third, Mitchell Williams is fourth, Patrick Camburn is fifth, Brian Falchetti is in sixth. Charles Van Scoik is in 7th. Abram Gostin is in 8th. Tony McDaniel's 9th. Todd Parent is 10th. Brett Thompson is currently running 11th. Kurt Kryzak is in 12th. Thaddeus Friel is in 13th. Richard Young is 14th. Sean Timothy is 15th. And Zach Mullen is in 16th. We have 5 laps to go. Jordan Tross is in the lead still. Dave Brusecki trying to make a way around. Gets close, but then he falls back ever so slightly. That is actually... No, this is actually your tightest battle right here. This right here is your battle for 7th. They are going to cross the start finish line, and we're going to have 1 lap left to go. Jordan going way down. Not exactly sure. He ended up losing a lot of momentum on doing that, so now he's getting loose. You see him having a hard time keeping her straight. Looks like Dave was having troubles too. They're battling it out for this last lap. They're coming around the corner. They're going to go across the start finish line, and Jordan is going to win it. And he is going to maintain. He's going to maintain, hold the lead, and get the championship of tonight and of the season. And get this in a good spot here. That's not a good camera view. I don't really have a good. I don't really have a good camera on this one. All right, so we go in here. All right, so first up, we've got tonight's third place racer, Matthew Williams. Do you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do. How you doing?
Not too bad. How are you doing?
Pretty good. Can't complain. It's a Friday, week till Christmas. Not too bad.
Well, you started fifth tonight. You're up 2 spots into third. It wasn't first, but it is still a podium.
Yeah, felt pretty good. Definitely on the long run. I mean, short run, I was actually a little surprised I had as much speed as I did and was able to kind of keep up with Jordan, Mitch, and Charles there at the beginning. That was a lot of fun. The four of us just trying to kind of run away from the field, but felt really good on the long run, especially trying to get a little higher there in 1 and 2 and arc that corner down, getting on the back straightaway, and felt pretty good as far as just corner exit and being able to maintain speed and whatnot. But obviously, with the way the caution fell, it's kind of up for debate whether to take tires there or not. And I was wondering if maybe a few people closer to the back of the field might do so. And I'm assuming that's what Jordan and David did. But I mean, felt like I had a little something for him there at the end, but just ran out of time, unfortunately. So.
Yeah, and I mean it was a good battle from those two. I mean they did go into the pits. It looks like, I'm assuming they took tires with how fast they kind of caught up and managed to get around you. I know
Right.
you and Mitchell are battling it out quite a bit there. Um, and they just managed to catch up and get up and around, and then put a pretty good sized gap between you guys. So um, overall, I mean, a pretty good race. Only 2 cautions all night. And they weren't really cautions that were caused by anybody. It was just happened to be they caught the one guy went down across the yellow line, and his truck just happened to bounce, and that was all it was. The other one, guy caught the paint on the inside, and it just broke him loose, and into the wall he went. So, I mean, overall, 125 laps, essentially fully clean. Besides those 2 incidents. There's a couple guys touched the wall here and there, but not bad. So 125 laps, your third place. You can't complain about that.
No, definitely not. Especially because I mean, I feel like this is the first league race I've done on the new updated Phoenix. I feel like the only ones I've done before were back when you had it was flip flopped and before they reconfigured the whole track and everything like that. So, I mean, I always love this place. It's always a lot of fun to race here, whether it's the old configuration or the new one. But certainly glad to get a P3 and a solid result to end out the year strong. So.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on your P3. Is there anybody you'd like to thank for tonight?
I got to thank my SMB teammates, Ghostman, Josh, Zach. Um, certainly glad to run with these guys. But again, it's been kind of an up and down year. Missed some races for us, unfortunately, and none of us really kind of getting to go at the schedule the way we wanted to. And hopefully, we'll be able to bounce back and do that the next season. But certainly got to thank you as well for the broadcast. Thank everybody at ATC for what they do with this truck series. Congratulations to Jordan on the win and the championship. And Yeah, just got to thank Apex Mountain Apparel. Got to thank Pop Tarts. For those who are college football fans, make sure you tune in for the Pop Tart Bowl on December 27th. Again, we were going to have a religious battle there between Notre Dame and BYU, had the Catholics versus the Mormons, but Notre Dame decided not to accept the invite. So I guess we'll have the engineers of Georgia Tech going up against the Mormons of BYU. So definitely the best bowl game outside the college football playoff. And I hope at some point maybe will actually be a bowl game in the playoff at one point down the road. But certainly, again, just really appreciative to be a part of the league and get to run when I'm able to, and hopefully looking forward to more strong finishes down the road.
Well, congratulations on your P3. You know, thanks for a wonderful season. You have yourself a Merry Christmas and a great New Year. And we will see you back here
Thank you,
next
sir.
season.
Do the same. Sounds good.
All right. Next up, Mr. Dave Bersecki. Dave Bersecki. Dave, do you got a copy?
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you holding up?
I was actually very surprised about the finish on that.
We
Phoenix is
saw
not one of my better racetracks.
no. Well, we saw
Yeah.
you guys battling in back there a little bit, or towards mid during that last. I think the second caution. I think you guys were kind of mixed in, and you and Jordan went and got tires and managed to battle your way back up front, actually fairly quick. And then you and Jordan just battled it out to the end. So it was a nice battle there at the end, watching you two battle it out. It was actually, you guys were the closest for the last probably 20 laps, were probably the closest battle for most of the race. So it made for a good finish. And you guys went pretty much, I would say, 125 laps caution free. I mean, you had two incidents that happened, but they didn't take anybody out except for themselves. So one just happened to be the guy crossed the yellow and his truck bounced and shot him into the wall, and the other one, he just got loose on some paint. So it wasn't really anything that anybody did. It just was bad circumstances. So I mean, 125 laps, almost caution free, and you ended up getting second. So I mean, I'm sure you wanted first, but I mean, second isn't bad either.
Yeah, second's great. It's like I'm actually very happy about it. Like I said, Phoenix isn't one of my stronger racetracks, so to be able to come out here with a second place finish is a really good finish for me. I think if we didn't pit on that last green flag run, I probably would have finished somewhere probably around like fifth, between fifth and seventh. I think I had about a truck that was like trending right around that area. I know Matt Mitchell, Charles were pretty fast. Ghost was pretty fast out there tonight also. So it was just all about track position there tonight. It seemed like once the tires got a little bit worn out and slick, you just couldn't pass really on the inside, and especially during that last run we had him. I think I was a little bit quicker than Jordan in 1 and 2, and he was a little bit better in 3 and 4. But whenever I was able to get underneath him in 1 and 2, he just had the grip coming up off the turn, and I just couldn't really do anything with him. But it was a heck of a race there by the drivers at the Checkered Racing this evening. Really happy for those guys. They did a great job tonight.
Absolutely. Well, is there anybody you'd like to thank for your P2 tonight?
Well, I'd like to thank thanks for you for broadcasting races. You usually I'm sure you did a heck of a job like you normally do. Thanks to anyone who's out there watching, listening on the YouTube channel out there. Thanks for my wife again for putting up with me while I'm out here doing my iRacing escapades. Do want to give a shout out to fortunate for the Biff's passing along with his family and everyone involved with that. It's a sad time for that to happen, especially during a holiday season. I think that's actually very sad for it to happen anytime, any place. It's really sad. He seemed like a pretty cool dude. Never met him, but definitely a sad time for that. On a brighter note, happy holidays, everybody.
Absolutely. Couldn't have said it better myself, so I won't. Congratulations on your P2 tonight, and we will see you next season.
Also, one last thing. Congratulations to Jordan Tross on the championship. Well deserved. He had a great season all year.
Absolutely.
All right, take care.
All right, sir. You have yourself a good night and a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Likewise.
All right. So that's going to leave us. This man right here. The man of the hour. The man with all the power. Getting first and the championship. Mr. Jordan Tross.
How's it going?
It's going, but not as good as what it's going for you.
Yeah, I feel like I got some horseshoes or something with 2 weeks in a row on those strategy calls. We'll take it. Uh, I
Yeah,
just
we
can't.
saw you back there. I mean, there was one point where I want to say it was during the caution. You ended up in the middle, and then I think was it the first caution you were in the middle, and then the second caution you went in, grabbed tires, and came out and just kind of ran past everybody and back out front, and then you and David were battling, and
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. In the first caution, I actually sped on pit road, and so it sent me right to the back of the field. And when that second caution came out, I thought that was the opportunity for me to do something to get track position. So when I saw that everyone else stayed out, I went in and gambled on that there'd be no more cautions, and got lucky.
and it
That's
paid
all I
off.
can say. Yeah, Dave and I have played the right strategy 2 weeks in a row, and we finished 1-2 both weeks.
Well, I mean, finished 1-2, and I mean, it was pretty much just a fun race for you tonight, because just with the way the points had settled out, and with the number 2 contender not being here tonight, the only way for you to have lost was for 19 trucks to start and you to end in last. So, only
Yeah, the other
17 started, so there was no way that you were going to lose.
if Mitchell won, there's technically a way he could have, because you get 5 bonus points for the win
Oh,
compared to second place.
okay.
But that was the only way. So I just tried to run my race and make sure I didn't wreck out. As long as I basically finished top 10, it was a guarantee. And so once I got that penalty, I just tried to drive smart, and I got back to the top 10 fairly quickly. And then that caution came out. But yeah, that race was a lot of fun. It's definitely not my favorite track. I was definitely struggling that first run. I was holding up a bunch of people, but man, it was tough to drive. Phoenix it was very loose on exit and tight in the center for me, and there's definitely others out there that were better at making that car rotate and stay straight on exit than I was.
You know, it's funny as I do this, the amount of drivers that get up here and they're like, "Yeah, I really don't like this track, or this track doesn't like me," and it's like, okay, but you're 1, 2, or 3.
Yeah, I mean, I would not have got back to the podium without that caution. There was no way I was gonna have the speed to drive through the field. I really think just having a good qualifying effort helped me stay up front, and then the strategy call got me back to the front. But without it, I think I would have been stuck maybe 5th to 10th. But overall, I'm glad how clean the racing was. I think the 2 cautions were basically self spins. I didn't really see any
Yep.
wrecks, so I'll have to go back and look at it. But
No, they were, the one guy
yeah.
went down across the yellow line and his truck just happened to bounce funny, which shot him up into the wall. And the other one, the guy caught the inside paint and he just broke him loose and he went into the inside wall. So, I mean, essentially, you guys went 125 laps
Yeah.
caution free. I mean,
Yeah, no contact wrecks, just the truck that was tough to handle and got away from a couple people.
yep,
It
absolutely.
was definitely loose for me. I was gripping that wheel tight. I'm glad that race is over because I was sweating and I got a fan on and I'm really thirsty right now. But,
Well, I won't keep you much
yeah.
longer. I'm just going to ask you who you like to thank for your P1 and championship.
Well, thanks again to you for doing the broadcast. It'll be fun to watch it back. And huge thanks to Saw and everyone that put this league on. It's been a lot of fun to run all season, and glad we could get another decent season in the books. And hopefully we can do some recruiting and have a good one coming up here in the new year.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on P1. Congratulations on your championship. And look forward to seeing you next season.
Sounds good. Thank you very much.
All right. Well,
Crazy.
yes, sir.
Hey, we just wanted to say thank you, man, for a great season. You did a great job with us, and we're definitely looking forward to next season with you if you are willing. So, again, just want to pop in here and say thank you from the ATC admin team, man. We really appreciate you.
Thank you. Much appreciated. And I will definitely, I got to talk to you about a couple things, but other than that, yeah, I look forward to it.
Sounds good, buddy. Thanks so much.
You're welcome. All right. Well, there you have it, everybody. As the checkered flag flew here at Phoenix Raceway, Jordan Trask was the one who put the final stamp on the season, taking the race win and the ATC iRacing League Championship in an unforgettable fashion. From all of us here at ATC, thank you to every driver, team, and fan who made this season special. We want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we look forward to seeing you all back here on the track and in the YouTube back here in 2026. So if you have not already, make sure you hit that like, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when we go live next season. We will see you in 26. And like I said, have a very Merry Christmas and a happy and safe New Year. Love you all, and good night, everybody.